back here on Inside the Ropes, and I'm joined by the ever so suave Mr. Damian Priest. Damian, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, it's SummerSlam weekend. You're going to be in this big tag match with the Mysterios. But let's talk about the Judgment Day faction that you're in. It started with Edge. You kicked him out. You'd had enough of him. What's this been like being in this faction and kind of how it's evolved?
Yeah, it's cool. Like, we're just getting started. We know where we're going, and I think we're going to take the WWE Universe on a cool, crazy ride. Finn Balor, myself, and Rhea, the idea of the chaos we're going to cause in front and behind the camera is exciting. We're all giddy about it, and we're looking forward to what the future holds.
So was the initial idea, did Edge want to get together with you? What was the kind of initial idea when you came out and helped him?
Yeah, I mean, that was it. You said it. Edge, spoke to me, and he was like, "Hey, I think we should do something." And he presented me with this idea, and I thought it was awesome. And for me, it's Edge, right? So I was like, "Of course, let's do it." You're going to be in something that's going to be a focal point of the show if it surrounds itself around Edge. So for me, that was easy go-to. Like, hell yeah. And then as we got into the idea of what the Judgment Day, like the mission statement, what we were about is, people who, obviously as individuals we were fine, singles, but I don't know, it was like something was missing, and and being told to do certain things a certain way all the time, we wanted to do things our way and raise hell and have fun and all of it, and be a little more edgy, no pun intended, and like a little darker, which is right up my alley. It was exciting, and I think that's where we are now. Just let's raise some hell. No leader, nobody telling us what to do. If today's about me, they're gonna have my back. If it's about Rhea, Finn and I are gonna have her back. If it's about Finn, Rhea and I will have his back. And everybody's on the same page, and this is gonna be a blast.
Now, you've had a strange run in WWE where you come up to the main roster during the pandemic, you're in the Thunderdome, but you're also at WrestleMania with Bad Bunny. How do you sort of process all that? And, it's a great spot to be with Bad Bunny, but, potentially he could just come in, everyone loves him, and he leaves. What happens to you? How did you kind of process and handle that whole situation?
What's wild is that that's this business. We get different opportunities, and you have a finish line, but then you don't know what's going to happen after. The only thing we can do is just control what's at hand and put on the best performance and try to entertain our fans to the best of our abilities. So going in with Bad Bunny, of course, there was the idea of then what, and for a second that was a thing. It was like, okay, Bad Bunny's gone, and then it was like, well, what's the plan, guys? And I think everybody was trying to figure that out, including myself. I didn't even know where to go from there, but at the end of the day, we still got a job to do, and to go out there and entertain, and as long as that's the job and that's the goal, we're good. We'll figure it out, and which is what happened. So I tried not to overthink it. I just tried to think about what we're doing, and okay, I'm teaming with Bad Bunny at Mania. Let's go out there and surprise the fans and bring them something special, which I think we accomplished.
And then, there's a big buzz this week. Triple H back in charge of he's in charge of creative on Raw and SmackDown. You were under him in NXT. What do you think he's going to bring to Raw and SmackDown? How do you feel about it?
I mean, Hunter's a wizard when it comes to this business. I've never met somebody that could. He just explains things in a certain way that it's wild, And obviously Vince had that too. So for me, I'm looking forward to it. I'm obviously being a big fan of Triple H's, and then getting to know him on a personal level while I was in NXT, and now I appreciate the person, not just the entertainer. He's gonna succeed. He's gonna knock it out of the park. He's good at his job, put it that way. And he's not just one of the boys. He commands respect. He is a boss, right? But I don't know. He's just, his willingness to succeed it's impressive, and it's actually inspiring. So I look forward to seeing him succeed.
And do you think, based on, when you were in NXT and, Raw and SmackDown as it is now, do you think there's going to be big changes, or do you think it will just be kind of similar to what it is now?
There could be. I don't know. And again, it's the same thing for me and for the rest of the talent. Our job is to go out there and entertain to the best of our abilities. We have a job to do. That doesn't change. So for us, as far as changes, maybe office-wise, but as far as us, I mean, our job doesn't change. Just go out there and do your thing, and make sure you're entertained and bring something special to our fans every week. As long as that's the goal, to me, nothing changes.
And my last question is getting to work with Rey Mysterio. I mean, obviously you're gonna, batter him, but what's it like getting to work with him? Because this might be one of his last feuds that he has. It must be pretty surreal for you.
So, being Hispanic and growing up, somebody like Rey Mysterio, being a Latin superstar, having the success that he did and the representation that he made, it's inspiring for somebody like me. So now I have Hispanic fans coming up to me all the time and saying, "Hey, thanks for representing." That's wild to me. Like they're not just happy to meet me; they're saying thank you for representation. I don't know if I'm getting that if it wasn't for Rey Mysterio. He was very much a big deal for a lot of Hispanics, Latinos growing up, just inspiring. And now I get to do that, similarly, not to the same level because the world has changed, but I still believe that representation from wherever you are is very extremely important, and we should all be proud of where we're from. So that, to me, it's an honor. We're getting to work with Rey now, around the 20-year mark. Got to work with Madison Square Garden, now in SummerSlam in Nashville, in a stadium. I mean, talk about timing. I mean, if there was ever a time for me to work with that guy, it's right now, so it's perfect timing. We're feuding and everything, but I get the importance of being in the ring with him. Like, I know exactly where I am. I know exactly what's happening. And I'm just humbled by the idea that, man, I'm beating up Rey Mysterio on a big stage,
There's no better way to end it than that. You're beating up Rey Mysterio. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm excited for change. I embrace change. I feel like that's the only way to kind of get through things. But I'll be honest, I was also very excited to finally work with Vince. Everybody wants to do that when you step into the business. And I got some feedback from him direct, and it was always positive, and I really enjoyed the relationship I was building with him. And then with Triple H, like you said, I've known him now for, 7 years I've been with the company. He's the guy who helped me get in the door and signed me and gave me the best run of my life. So it's going to be an exciting couple of years ahead to see what we can recreate.